Hi, this is gonna be a killer core workout. If you're familiar with classical Pilates reformer sequence, that's exactly what we're gonna do without a reformer on the mat. We're gonna do it creatively though, so we're gonna do something slightly different just to add a little more. You all need your mat. One thing I can promise, you will get your core sore for the next day. That's for sure. But once you got your mat, let's get started. Let's take a couple of cat cows to mobilize the spine a little, and then we will jump to the footwork right away. So come to your all fours. Spread the fingers wide. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and start to melt your heart. Open your chest, shoulders back. Exhale, press the hands down and really round your spine. Really focus on rounding, tucking the tailbone under. Inhale, gently arch, melt, open your heart. Exhale, really round. Press the hands down, hug your ribs in. Inhale, open, arch. Exhale, spread the space between your shoulder blades up to the ceiling. Two more. Inhale, melt your heart. Exhale, round. One more inhale. And exhale. Nice. Sit the hips down to your heels. Extend the legs in front of you and let's get going. So, footwork. Come lie on your back. Press the lower back down. Interlace the fingers behind your head and find a Pilates V. So heels together, toes are slightly apart. Knees are open about shoulder distance apart. Now start to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Really press the lower back down. Inhale, extend, heels forward. Exhale, bend. Look at your navel. Inhale. Exhale. Think where the foot bar is. It is not too high. It is quite low actually. So keep extending and bending. Pressing the lower back down. And bend. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Now bring your toes together, heels together. And really curve your toes over the foot bar. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Exhale, bend. Keep pressing the lower back down. Let the shoulders float off the floor. The shoulder blades float off the floor. Two more. Last one. Nice. Now really flex your feet, flex your ankles, extend the heels, and bend. Inhale, press out. Exhale, bend. Keep going. Still a little space between your chin and your chest. Three more. And two. One. Nice. Just for a moment, release down. We still have the tendon stretch to go, the tough one. So you leave your legs extended and we're just gonna flex and point the feet. Let's go Pilates V. Again, press the lower back down. Lift your head and shoulders to the floor. Extend your heels forward. Now point and flex. Point. Flex. Keep going. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Three more. Two. One. One extra. And bend. Nice. Release. Hug the knees into your chest. Rock and roll. Little side to side. Side to side. Hundreds to go. So you can always keep the knees bent 90 degrees. Extend your legs up to the ceiling or lower down. Find a outer rotation from your hips. Pilates V. And we're gonna inhale, 5, exhale, 5. Extend your fingers by your side. Start to find your leg variation. Lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Press the lower back down. Really reach far. And we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Really nice. Hug the knees into your chest. Rock and roll it side to side. Next is the overhead. So make sure the back of your head is flat on your mat because we're gonna bring the weight onto the shoulders. Extend the legs in front of you. Again, outer rotation, Pilates feet. Inner thighs rotating up. Extend your fingers up to the ceiling, palms facing forward. Now really press the lower back down. Lift your legs up. Lower the hands down by your side. Imaginary table behind you. Use your pelvic floor and your deep core. Reach the toes to the imaginary table behind you. Lift your hips up. Start to lift your legs up. And lower down vertebra by vertebra. Toes pointing up to the ceiling. Lower the legs. Lift your arms. And we go again. Arms down, legs up. Find the table behind you. Lift your legs up. And lower down. Vertebra by vertebra. Keep pressing the back of your shoulders down. Legs down, arms up. Lift your legs. Lower the arms. Weight on the shoulders. Lift high up and lower down. Controlling hips down. The really last. Lower the legs. Lift your arms. Press the lower back down. Legs up. Hands down. Hips up. Extend up to the ceiling and lower down. Vertebra by vertebra. One more. Legs down. Arms up. And we go. One movement. And then to lower down. Slowly keep pressing the back of your shoulders down. Nice. Coordination. Bend your knees into your chest. Again, we keep the upper body the same. Head and shoulders floating off the floor. Elbows in. Glute your body 90 degrees. Now lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Press the lower back down. Extend your legs, arms forward. Open your legs. Close. Bend your knees. Bend your elbows. Extend. Legs open. Close. Bend and bend. Inhale, extend. Open, close. Exhale, bend. Bend. Inhale, extend. Open, close. Bend, bend. Two more. Open, close. Bend and bend. Last one. Open, close, bend, bend. Release. Beautiful. Rock and roll. And then slowly make your way up to seated. Nice. For the rolling series, we're gonna do things slightly different, starting from the sternum. So extend your legs straight. Now make a fist with your hands, bring the knuckles together and bring it closer to your chest. Elbows open, shoulders down, spine up straight. Tuck the tailbone under, roll down halfway. Turn your palms facing out and start to press, push water. Push it to the side, start to lean forward. Arms behind you, palms facing up. You keep reaching forward, but somebody's pulling you back from the lowest ribs. Now start to turn your palms facing forward. Keep reaching forward. Reach far out. Feel your upper back. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Still space between your belly button and your thighs. And roll up back where we started from. Knuckles together. Roll down halfway. Turn the palms facing out. Really push the water away. Start to reach forward. Keep the navel of your thighs. Palms facing up. Start to turn your palms facing forward and like you swim. Reach, reach, and back, upright. Keep going, lower down halfway. Turn palms facing out, push the water away. Start to lean forward, forward. Maybe cross your thumbs, lift your arms up a little higher. Try to keep the arms parallel to the floor. Keep reaching, reaching, and back upright. Let's do 2 more. Roll down halfway. Turn the palms facing out, push the water away. Start to lean forward. Somebody's pulling you back from your lowest ribs though. Cross your thumbs, open. And reach further out with your fingers, over your toes and upright. Let's do 1 more. Roll down halfway. Turn palms facing out, push the water. Make your own resistance. Arms behind you, interlace or cross your thumbs, lift and swim forward. Keep reaching and back up, right. Nice. 90 degrees. Let's do slightly different. So grab behind your knees, lean back, lift your shins parallel to the floor. Really keep your spine straight. Now find 90-degree angles on your elbows. Extend your legs. Just tilt back from your hips a little, lower the legs a little, keep the spine straight. Bring it back up. Reach your fingers over your toes. Start to bend your elbows. Bring the elbows behind you. Start to extend your arms, palms facing up. And from the far out, start swimming. Keep reaching over your toes. And then back to your 90 degrees. Lower the legs, upper body just a little. Bring it up. Reach your fingers past your toes. Bend your elbows by your sides and arms behind you. Palms facing up. Start to reach out. Palms facing forward. Keep swinging. Reaching over your toes. Back to 90 degrees. Lower down a little. Bring it back up. Reach. Bend your elbows by your side. Arms behind you. Palms facing up. Start to turn your palms facing forward. Work with your upper back. Keep reaching. Reaching. Back to 90 degrees. 2 more. Lower. Lift. Extend. Bend your elbows. Arms behind you. Keep swinging. Over your toes. Back to 90 degrees. 1 more. Lower. Lift. Palms facing up. Bend your elbows. Send the fingers behind your palms facing up. And then turn your palms facing forward. Keep reaching. Reaching. Nice. And lower the legs down. Rotate the shoulders. Back and down. Nice. From the chest. Extend your legs. Point your toes. Walk your sit bones out. Your spine is straight. Bring the palms facing down, then the elbows behind you closer together. Hands above, about in the level of your chest. Now extend your fingers up diagonally. Reach forward, lower the fingers down, bring the fingertips down. Use your core and see if you can lift your legs off the floor. Lower the legs down, reach your fingers forward, up. Then the palms facing down like you really want to press down something. Keep growing taller, hug your ribs in, navel in and up. Again, extend your fingers forward, keep the shoulders down. Lower the fingers down, bring a little closer to you if needed to. Use your core, lift your legs. Lower down, reach your fingers forward and press down something. Make your own resistance, keep growing up taller, your own resistance. Again, from the ribs, extend, lower down, lift, lower, reach up and press down, shoulder blades down and underneath. Hands by your ribs. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower, lift. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, press down. Make your resistance. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, lower, lift. Inhale, reach. And exhale, press down. Nice. Now, from the hips, let's do exactly how it's done on the reformer. So flex your feet up, hands by your hips, and then start to reach forward Start to round your upper back. Try to reach a little further, still belly button of your thighs. Through the length, come all the way up. And again, make your own resistance. You try to keep the reformer still. Really strong center. Again, hands by your hips. Slide your fingers forward. Somebody's pulling you back from your lowest ribs through the length to come up. And again, press down. Don't make it too easy. Keep growing taller. Navel in and up. Hug your ribs in. Wide back. 2 more. Inhale to reach over your toes all the way upright. And exhale, press down. Grow taller. 1 more. Inhale, flex your feet strongly. Use your shins as well. And exhale, press down, grow taller. Beautiful. Shave the head. Let's do shave the head holding teaser today. So lean back, shins parallel to the floor. Maybe extend your legs, hug your ribs in. Thumbs together, index fingers together, make a diamond shape, bring it behind your head, and inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, keep hugging your ribs in. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Toes are in level with your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going, shoulders down. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Bend your knees. Lower the feet down. Hug a tree. We're gonna add the legs here as well. So extend your legs in front of you. Find Pilates V. So rotate your inner thighs up to the ceiling slightly. Arms out to the side. So you really want to bend your elbows, lift your elbows up, lower the shoulders down. Imagine there is a table under the hands. So really hold your elbows up, shoulders down. Now, when we hug a big tree, lift your right leg up and lower. And now your left and lower. Inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale, exhale. Try to keep your spine straight. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. For the second round, now lift your legs up. Open your arms. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower the right. Inhale up. Exhale, lower the left. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Open your chest and bend your knees. Hands down through your all fours. Lie on your belly to start the long box series. Let's do pulling straps, slightly different. So bring your forehead a little closer to the floor. Extend your fingers by your side. Find Pilates V. Heels together. Squeeze your buttocks. And really activate your legs. And now send your fingers by your side. Your thumbs are pointing down, palms facing in. Start to reach your fingers back. Start to turn your palms facing out a little more. Find this outer rotation. Lift your upper body. And lower back. Lengthen your neck. Again, reach back with your fingers. Start to turn your palms facing out. This outer rotation for the shoulders. And lower down, legs really active. Reach back with your fingers. Start to turn your palms down, thumbs pointing out. And a long line. 2 more. Inhale, reach to lift. Exhale, control to lower. 1 more. Inhale, reach to lift. Exhale, control to lower. The shape, you can bring your fingers pointing to the front corners and then start to bring your fingers again by your thighs. Lift and bring it back. Lift a little to lower. All the time, keep your arms floating off the floor. And to lower. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Try to auto-rotate your shoulders a little more. Exhale to return. Pinkies into the side of your thighs. Open your shoulders. Exhale, return. One more. Squeeze into lift. Exhale, return. Nice. Hands on your shoulders. Push yourself to all fours. And walk your knees forward, cross your ankles. Find your way back to your back for the backstroke. So hug the knees into your chest. We make this same diamond shape. Thumbs together, index fingers together. Bring it to your forehead, knees bent. Start to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Press the lower back down. Extend your fingers toes up to the ceiling. Open. Reach forward to bring together. And bend in again where we started from. Extend. Open. Reach to bring together. And in. One more this way. Open. Reach to bring together. And close the other way around. Extend forward. Open up to the ceiling together. And bend. Keep your shoulder blades floating off the floor. Up to the ceiling together. And bend. One more. Keep pressing the lower back down. Up to the ceiling together. Bend. And release. Nice. For teaser, let's start from the floor. So extend your legs. Extend your arms out to the side, palms facing up. Start to reach your fingers forward. Lift your head and shoulders off the floor. When your shoulder blades start to lift your legs up as well. Really reaching the fingers past your toes. Now, keep your legs together. Bring your arms over to your right, legs over to your left. From down, swap to the other side, back to the center. Arms over to the left, legs over to the right. Make a half circle, down and up. And reach and keep going. Opposite directions. Make a half circle and bring back to the center from the opposite. Keep going. So open, cross from the center and back upright. Open, lower, cross to the opposite way, back to the center. Few more. Keep your ribs hugged in, reach. Let's do two more. Open, lower, cross and reach back to the center line. Open, lower, cross, back to the center line and bend your knees. Really nice. Now lie on your belly again. Let's do hamstring curls here. Let's bring the fingers behind the head this time and really open your elbows. Keep the elbows open, neckline long. Bend your knees, bring the heels together. Knees can be hip distance apart. Press the pubic bone down and float the thighs off the floor. Now bend your heels in and extend. Bend in, extend. You don't have to lock your knees, but try to keep the thighs really floating off the floor the whole time. Feel your hamstrings and always hold your neckline. Squeeze in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Let's do 5 more. Lighten your knees, your thighs off the floor. A little more. In and open. How many? 3. And lengthen. 2. Lengthen. Last one. Lengthen. Nice. Release. Hands on your shoulders. Push yourself back to all fours. Around your spine a little. And then find your way back to seated. We're gonna skip the horseback riding. It's a little bit difficult to do on the mat. I didn't come up with any creative version for that. So let's skip that one and move on to the short box. For the short box, extend the legs in front of you. Gonna do rounding first, and we're gonna go really, really slow rolls up and down. Let's actually start from the back. Maybe nicer this way. Really start from your back. Extend your legs. You can find outer rotation if you wish, or keep your knees pointing up to the ceiling. Now extend your fingers pointing up to the ceiling, palms facing forward, and now press the lower back down. Start to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Come up a little higher, little higher, little higher, little higher, little higher, and just reach forward over your toes. Still belly button off your thighs. Roll back, and then again we slow it down. One vertebra, another one, another one, another one, another one. Finally your shoulders, the back of your head. The killer one here. Press the lower back down. Lift your head and shoulders. One more vertebra. One more. One more. One more. One more. One more. And reach a little further over your toes. Roll up. One big one. And then we slow it down to lower down. One vertebra. One. One. Try to keep the shoulders away from the floor. One. Finally, the back of your shoulders, the back of your head. Let's do 3 more. Lift your shoulders. Lift a little higher, a little higher, a little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. Reach over your toes. And again, roll back. One pick, and then you slow it down when it feels difficult. That's when you always want to slow it down. Slower, 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 and down. And again, slowly. Little higher, little higher. Keep pressing the lower back down. A little more. Slower than you want to go. And then big one to reach forward. Keep the spine rounded. Big one to roll up and back. And then we slow it down once again. One vertebra. Another one. Another one. Another one. Finally, shoulders, the back of your head. One last to come up. Head and shoulders. Just a little higher. A little higher. A little higher, shoulders down, a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, and reach over. Nice. Just roll your spine up right. Nice. With straight spine, we're gonna do slightly different, so bend your knees. Again, find the balance on your sit bones, extend your legs, interlace the fingers behind your head, open your shoulders, broaden your collarbones, elbows up. Now lower down just a little. Keep your spine straight, legs straight, and lift up. Sternum up first. Lower just a little. It's a really small movement because you want to keep your spine straight, legs straight, and up. So a little bit wider V, more narrow and sharp. Wider, little V, and sharper. Just a few more. Really, neckline follows your spine. Look up, slightly diagonally. Last one. Nice. Bend your knees. And for the side body, for your obliques, we once again gonna work slightly different here. So extend your legs. Round your arms like in hugger tree. Now just lower down halfway. Round up and twist over to your right. Follow your fingers. Again, rounded shape. Lower down halfway. Up and lengthen the twist. Follow your fingers. So get the sacrum down. Keep the shoulder blades floating off the floor. Up and reach to open. Again, lower down, up, and extend to twist, and back. One more round like this, lower down, and up. Keep your hips square from your waist, from your thoracic spine. You wanna twist, up, open. And now we first gonna lower down. We're gonna stay here and start to twist over to the right. Bring it in and roll up. So tailbone under, sacrum down. Extend to twist. Keep the tailbone under and up. So lower down, shoulders away from the ears. Extend to twist. Back center, roll up. Lower down, twist, center, roll up. One more like this. Try to relax your hip flexors the best you can. And up. One more. Extend. Back. Roll up. Beautiful. Now lie on your back. Extend your right toes pointing up to the ceiling. And then start to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Press the left leg down and see if you can walk up. This is a hard one. Straighten, round, and again try to keep your legs still. 3 to walk down. Keep pressing the left leg down. Again, walk up. Really light hands. You can pull your body straight. Forehead closer to your shin. Lean back a little and round to walk down. Few more. Walk up. Nice. Straighten. Lean back, forehead to your shin, and around, down, controlled. Walking up. Nice. Straighten. Forehead to your shin. Lean back, walk down. Nice. And we are ready to change. So, right leg down, left leg pointing up to the ceiling. Again, hold your hamstring, chin into your chest, press the right leg down, and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, walking up. Straighten, lean back, round, and walk down. Again, walking up. Try to keep the left leg as still as possible. Really, really difficult one for the deep, deep core. Lean back, forehead to your shin, and walk down. Inner thighs squeezing into the center line. Inner thighs are really active here. That will help you to keep the legs still. Straighten, forehead to your shin, lean back, and try to keep your left leg or right leg as still as possible. 3, really light hands up, lean, round, and walk down. Beautiful. Hug the knees into your chest, rock and roll, a little side to side, rock and roll, back and forth, make your way up to seated. And side sit-ups, we're gonna do different. So just come onto your left hand side first, left elbow right under your left shoulder, fingers facing to the side. Extend your legs, make sure the hip flexors are straight. Bring the right fingers in front of you and see if you can float the legs off the floor. Now just bring the knees in, closer to your chest, and extend. Right hip all the time on top of the left hip. Extend. Bend. Extend. Bend, left shoulder away from the ear, extend. 4 more. Extend. Bend. Extend. 2 more, bend. Extend. Last one, bend. Extend. Try not to lower, start to swing the legs in front of you. Fingers behind you, find the other side. Right elbow down, right away, turn the body sideways. Keep the legs floating off the floor. And bend your knees in. Extend, bend, extend. Relax the right shoulder down, extend. Left hip on top of the right. 4 more. Extend. 3. Extend. Navel in and up. Last one. And again, swing the toes in front of you, fingers behind you, chains to the other side where we started from. Float the legs off the floor. And bend. Nice. Find your way up to seated. Let's move on to long stretch, creative one. So find your plank pose. In this plank, bring your heels together, open your toes a little like Pilates V. Round the space between your shoulder blades up to the ceiling, lengthen the lower back, lengthen the neck. Now just bend your knees to the side, bring the hips closer to your heels. Again, extend, shoulders over your wrist. Keep going back and forth. Try not to lift your hips up high. Just move the body weight back and shoulders over your wrist. Body weight back and extend. Back, extend. 2 more. Extend. 1 last. Extend. Now lift your right leg parallel to the floor. Extend your toes behind you. Push the left heel forward. Back and down. Forward. Back and down. Keep going. Just shifting the body weight. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Nice. Change. Extend your left toes behind you parallel. And push the heel forward. Back and down. Up and forward. Back and down. Keep going. Keep the plank. Hug your ribs in. Lengthen the neck. 3 more. And 2. 1. Nice. Release. Now bring your knees down and down stretch. Really push your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes together. Activate your hamstrings. Allow the heels bend closer to your hips. Always protect the lower back, navel in and up. Now look forward, shoulders back, chest forward. Lengthen the back of your neck. Bend your elbows a little. Extend. Push your hips down and forward, navel in and up, shoulders back, hard forward. Bend your elbows. Extend, hips forward, navel in. Bend your elbows into your body. Extend, hips forward, navel in. So you work from both directions. Hips down and forward, navel in and up. A few more. Extend, hips down and forward. Really activate your hamstrings and your glutes. Extend, hips down and forward, navel in up, hard forward, shoulders back, bend. Extend, pull the heart forward, bend. Extend, heart forward, really find your glutes, your hamstrings, heart forward, release. Hips down to your heels, move a little side to side, side to side. For up stretch, we're gonna do slightly different once again. So we are just getting creative with the reformer sequence moves. Find your high plank. This time you can actually open your feet about hip distance apart. Legs parallel so you can rotate your inner thighs up to the ceiling. Round your upper back. Keep the upper back rounded. Start to walk your hands towards your feet wherever you can, keeping the heels lifted. Upper back rounded, and again walk your hands back into your plank pose. Try to keep the ribs hugged in. Again, walk your hands back towards your feet, really rounding the upper back, heels off the floor, and walk your hands back to your plank pose. Few more. Walk your hands back. And walk your hands forward. Stay high on your toes. 2 more. Walk your hands back. Walk your hands forward. Lengthen your neck in your plank. One more. Walk your hands back. Walk your hands forward. Nice. Walk your hands back halfway. Bend your knees, step your feet forward one step so your feet are hip distance apart and roll up to standing. For elephant, we're gonna work without the reformer. So ground your heels down, tuck the tailbone under and round down halfway. Make sure to squeeze the tailbone between your sit bones and push your hips forward while keeping the body weight on your heels. Reach your fingers down. There's an imaginary line underneath your ribs. You want to reach up and over that line. Try not to bring the body weight back too much. So weight is on the heels, but keep pushing the hips forward, tucking the tailbone under. Flex your hands. And now push the palms down and slightly forward, but keep the back around it. And now push your hips forward, tuck the tailbone under, round the upper back, lift a little to bring the wrist a little closer to your thighs, to your shins. Again, press down with your hands. Keep the body weight on your heels. Keep the hips on top of your heels from the side. And now hips forward, tailbone under, round the upper back a little more. Bring the wrist closer to your thighs. Again, push your hands down slightly forward. And then again, round a little more, hips forward to bring back. Push your palms down and forward. Always keep the upper back rounded. And again, tailbone under, body weight forward. One more. Like ice cream scoop underneath your belly all the time. Scooping up. Nice. Roll. All the way back. Roll down again. Find your plank pose. Step your feet back. Let's go with Arabesque here. So round the space between your shoulder blades once again. Lift your right toes off the floor. You can turn your right toes out, so you want to auto rotate your right hip. Start to walk your hands back towards your left foot. Keep the left heel lifted as far as you can, lifting the right leg high up. Open your hips and then walk your hands back once again to your plank pose. Walk your hands back. Start to lift your right leg up. Stay on the ball of your left foot. This is the hard one. Go as far as you can and walk your hands back into your plank pose. Shoulders over your wrist. Once again, walk your hands back. Open your right hip. Reach your toes up. And then walk your hands back. Hug your ribs in back into your plank. Let's go to the other side. Right foot down. Point your left toes, auto rotate the left hip. Start to walk your hands back. Stay on your right toes, auto rotate. And then walk your hands back into your plank pose. Neckline long. Again, hug your ribs in, walk your hands back. Open the left hip. And then walk your hands forward, back into your plank. One more. Keep the body weight even on your hands, but open your hips. Walk back into your plank. Nice. Release the toes down, knees down. Cross your ankles and send the legs in front of you. A long back stretch. Again, really creative one. So let's find a reversed first. Hands behind your back, fingers facing forward, feet in front of you, hip distance apart. And now lift your hips up a little. Start to bend your elbows, bring the hips a little closer to your fingers, then bring the hips closer to your heels. Lift up and bring the body weight back. You can lift your toes off the floor, go down, forward, up, and keep going circles. So bend your elbows, lower the hips, lift to bring back. Few more this way, just making little rounds one way around. Always soften your elbows. Activate your glutes when you lift your hips up. Nice. And let's start the other way. So lift your hips up, move forward, lower, and back. Lift up, move your knees forward, lower, and back. You can keep lifting your toes off the floor when you bring the weight more onto your hands. Forward and lower. Activate your glutes, your triceps. Feel more like this. Nice. Sit the hips down for a moment. Shake your hands a little. And then one more. Find your reverse tabletop. So lift your hips up. Now extend the right heel out. Left heel out. Bend your right foot in. Left foot in. Lower down. And lift. Now the left out first. Right. Left. Right. Lower. Lift. Extend your right. Left. Right. Left. Lower. And up. Try to stabilize your hips here. Left in. Right in. Lower. One more round. Right. Left. Right. Left. Lower. Lift. Try to activate your glutes as well. In. Lower. Nice. Cross your ankles. Shake your hands a little. Rotate the shoulders back and down. Stomach massage. Hard one too. So again, imagine your foot bar right there. Nope, it's not too high. For the rounding, it's impossible for us to keep the body weight fully on our sit bones, the front sitting bones. So you can just lean the body weight back a little. Try not to bring your hands far back. Try to keep your fingers right behind your hips. And then lengthen the space between your hips and the lowest ribs. And lean the body weight back only as much as you need to. Really lengthen your waist and just rounding the upper back. Balance on your sit bones. Flex your ankles. Now extend your toes out. Flex your feet, point your feet, and bend your knees in again. Lengthen the lower back the best you can. Extend, flex, point, and bend. Extend, flex, point, bend in. Try not to lift your legs too high. Flex, point, bend in. You know where the foot bar is. Maybe your legs are just a little higher for now, but try to keep your legs low, toes in eye level, and bend in. Keep rounding the upper back a little, lengthening the lower back, and bend. Let's do two more. Flex, point, and bend to lift. Extend, flex, point, bend. Nice. Next one with the flat spine. Fingers can be slightly further behind you. Press down with your hands to lift the sternum up. Open your shoulders. Again, really grounding your sit bones down, lengthening your side bodies, the whole spine. Again, balance on your sit bones, bend your knees to the side. Extend, flex, point, and bend. Extend, flex, point, and bend. Keep the lower back as long as possible. Point and bend. Extend, flex, point. Lengthen your sides a little more. Extend, flex, point, and bend. Press out, flex, point, in, out, flex, point, in. Two more, flex, point, in, extend, flex, point. In. Nice. Release properly. You will feel your hip flexors by now. One more. Reaching out. So we reach the fingers far forward, diagonally up, and then again, just lean back as much as you need to. Find your Pilates V and extend your toes. Bend, reach your fingers a little further forward. Extend, bend, lift your belly up and over. Extend, bend, extend, lift up and over. Extend, bend. Let's take a twist to the right. Extend and reach. Open your shoulders. Reach. Follow your fingers. Reach fingers a little further. Reach both directions. And up. Extend out. In. Out. In. One more. Out. In. Out. In. Oh, release. Actually, bring the soles of your feet together and bounce your knees up and down a little. Try to relax your hip flexors. A nice one. Tendon stretch. Again, really creative one. Won't always work the exact same muscle group, but let's say the moves are inspired by the Reformer sequence. Really fun. Fun way to build class, I think. So, a reverse tabletop. One of my favorites to do in any of my yoga flow classes too. So here, start to lift your hips up, lengthen your hip flexors, and then scoop the tailbone under around your spine and try to swing your hips through to lift them up, forehead closer to your knees. Again, swing your hips down, forward, lift, and swing your hips through. Press the heels down, flex your toes and your ankles. Use your core. Swing forward and swing through. Lift behind you. Keep going. And swing. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, swing through. Try to lift your forehead a little higher, hips a little higher. And swing. Exhale, back. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You always have the chance in the last one to shift the body weight back and maybe float the heels off the floor. Nice. Release. Go ahead, lie on your back right away. You can hug the knees into your chest, rock and roll, little side to side. And then we have the short spine massage. Again, using a good control from the lower core pelvic floor. Make sure your neck is flat on the mat. And now find Pilates V, heels together, bend your knees to the side. You have like a diamond shape. Arms down by your side. Really press the back of your shoulders, back of your head down. Now start to extend your toes diagonally in front of you. Outer rotation. Now bring your toes behind your head. Come up to your shoulder stand, like up diagonal. And then bend your knees closer to your shoulders and slowly start to roll down, vertebra by vertebra. Hips down, bend the heels in. Again, inhale, extend your toes out. Exhale, find that up diagonal behind you. Bend your knees in, closer to your shoulders, and roll down. Control vertebra by vertebra, heels glued together all the time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, send your toes behind you to the back, up diagonal. Bend your knees to your shoulder rest and slowly lower down. Vertebra by vertebra. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Find up back diagonal. Inhale, bend. And exhale, roll down. 1 more. Keep pressing the back of your shoulders down. Try to keep your shoulders, your collarbones open. Bend. And roll down. Really nice. And my favorite one, semicircle. So if your knees allow, keep your heels together, open your toes like Pilates V. So bend your knees up to the ceiling. Keep the poles of your feet on the floor and just lift your hips up. Really squeeze your glutes together. Lift your hips up. Now start to roll down vertebra by vertebra. First, the space between your shoulder blades. Your upper back is already rounded. Your hips are still off the floor. Slowly bringing the hips down. Now lift your chest up and then lift your hips up. Again, roll down vertebra by vertebra. The space between your shoulder blades melting down first. Tailbone down the really last. Then really press your tailbone down, lift your chest up and lift your hips up. Again, roll down, upper back first. Tail down the really last. Arch, lift your ribs and then your hips. Now, bring the hips down first. Keep the ribs lifted. Then press the space between your shoulder blades down, tailbone under, and now the tail up first. Find the straight line, hip flexors really straight. Again, keep the chest lifted, lower the tail down first. Then lower the space between your shoulder blades down, scoop the tailbone under and roll up, vertebra by vertebra. 1 more. Chest lifted, lower the tail down. Then press the space between your shoulder blades down, tailbone under, and lift your hips up. Stay here, really squeeze your glutes together. Extend your fingers over your head. And press down. Inhale, send your fingers over your head. Exhale, arms down by your side. Inhale, keep squeezing your glutes together. Exhale. Inhale, still soften your ribs. Exhale. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your hips up a little higher and roll down vertebra by vertebra. Tail down the really last. Beautiful. Extend your toes, pointing up to the ceiling. Shake your legs a little. And nice. Hug the knees into your chest. Rock and roll a little side to side. So we go through until semicircles. Really creative reformer sequence on the mat. Do let me know, how did you like it? And if it was interesting to you, feel free to let me know. I'm super happy to get creative with the rest of the sequence too. But for now, let's leave it here. Take a final twist. Any way you feel like. You can cross your thighs, maybe move your hips few centimeters over to your right, and then drop the knees over to your left. Right arm opens to the side, or any twist you prefer. Always nice to finish with a twist. But we did a lot of rolls, so the body is also pretty open now. I'm sure the core is sore, supposed to be sore, but the body is also pretty nice and open. Release the twist, and whatever you are doing, repeat it to the other side. Maybe eagle legs, crossing your thighs. Open the opposite arm to the side. Just allow the back of your head Sink down or turn your head over your fingers if that feels good on your neck. Yeah, slowly release. Hug the knees in. And then take your time to cool down. Take a little resting on your back. Anything feels right after. And yeah, really please do let me know if you like this type of practice. I always love to get creative, and I'm a big fan of the classical reformer sequence. It is my like personal practice, what I do weekly. I try to do more than once a week, always. It is really good base for so many things. So I love to get creative with the traditional sequences too. Do let me know if you like it, and I'm more than happy to get creative with the rest of the reformer sequence too, or any other stuff. I love to get creative, have a little fun. So hope you like it too, and hopefully see you again soon. Take care. Namaste. Ciao.